Okay. So I was just saying, Lara, before you came in, I just want to add a bit more structure to the call so that one, we get to connect with each other because we obviously don't really get to. It's nice to use this opportunity to feel like reconnect back to the energy of what we're holding here and also to hold space for each other because I feel that that's part of like that feminine leadership. And I've really, really been reflecting on that. So I just want to support, like provide a space for that and then go onto the like agenda and update you guys on everything. So I guess like maybe I'll go first and let's allocate maybe like 15 minutes to like just share this whole thing. So hopefully we can all be concise because I know we can talk for ages. But okay, so structure, I would say like share where you're at with from our last like from the vision meeting. So I'll write this in the chat. So share where you are at since the last vision meeting, the first one, and then share how you're feeling about the collective. And three, let's celebrate a personal win. Yeah. Okay. So for me, where I'm at is a lot has happened. I feel like I have had a good flow, and then sometimes I go into like feeling like there's too much. And I think that for me, it's just about understanding like what it's like to have this dynamic where we are all doing this voluntarily right now. And at the moment, I'm holding space for the community, but also for the team. And because I've been creating a lot of structure, it often feels very like a lot of labor, but like I don't really know what I'm expecting to receive back. And so I think I'm finding like where I'm at is just I'm still aligned and reminded of the vision regularly because I'm talking to new people all the time about it, like pitching it and also hosting the meetups. But I'm also feeling now like this is where it actually can be like a make or break for the support we have with each other and the way that we can be transparent about what's happening and whether we're doing too much or too little. Like I think that's where I'm at. So I guess that's also a question to how I'm feeling about the collective. There's just a lot of excitement as well on the back of that. Excitement that I am so I'm really receiving, really celebrating it. And I wish I could like share every part of the experience with you, like with each of you, when I talk to a collaborator or when I have a call and we're just crying because they're just like, wow, like, I felt this was coming. Like I've had so many conversations with collaborators who are very open to this here in Sydney, who are just telling me like, yeah, I had a sign yesterday that I need to shut my business down because there's something coming. And then I messaged them and it was just like a lot of alignments that I feel I just want to share with you all, but I keep forgetting to share. And so I want to share because you girls, that fuels you to know that's happening. So yeah, there's that. And then a personal win is, yeah, just being able to come it's another month today. So let's say it's when did we have our first meeting? Like I think in June, right?
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think either that or the back of May, at the end of May. But I think it's like celebrating that we're still here. Yeah. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. So since our last vision meeting, and I think I spoke to you and wanting to take on the role of like meetup host, like hosting more social events and things like that. Because I feel like everything about this collective is so new to me. Like even building communities and things like that. And it's been an exciting journey because I got to join, you know, the dinner with you and the other two females. And that's when I felt like that's when the first time I experienced like feminine, like it feels like empowered feminine together in one table. And it was really powerful. And I was like imagining myself or like the whole collective in like a few months or like a few years. And I'm like, this is already like, that was only 4 girls together. Imagine if like there's hundreds or like thousands of, you know, people together, how powerful would it be? So that's something that's fueling me um, to continue and do this. And at the moment, I think I want to learn from the ground up, which is the social meetings. Yeah, and we'll go from there. And I think uh, my personal win would be just learning how to set up all of these, setting up the meetings. And it seems small, but I feel like, you know how you do the QR code when you set up QR code and then put it in the Canva. I was like, how do you do that? Like trying to figure it out. So yeah, it's just little, but I feel like it's something I'm working towards too. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Who actually like yeah, I think it's good for you to communicate. Like if something's not like written out with instructions, like because for me, I think I just like don't know what we don't know and do know because to me I'm just like so used to doing it. So
Yeah.
please, yeah, like
Because I'm like, I know, I think I can do it. I just need to Google it. This is what I usually do.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll let you know next time.
Uh, all right. Who wants to share next? Thanks, Han, for sharing.
I can go next. So right now I'm in that place where I'm hosting the weekly meditations, and I'm planning like I want to share this with you. It's not necessarily about the collective, but it has an impact on this as well. Tomorrow I'm going back to Romania, and it's like something that I like just came up. Like I bought the tickets, I think 2 days ago, and I just returned back to Romania, and I'm planning to share everything that we're doing here in the collective in Romania as well, and to expand it there more and more. So I think this is like a really good thing that I'm about to do. I'm getting used to everything because, as you said, Nicole, like I was so overwhelmed with a lot of things, and I was doing many things. Like the purpose is just one at the end, but like there are so many different things that you're doing because you want to cover. I mean, this was in my case that I wanted to cover everything, and like at the end of the day, I was super overwhelmed. And now my intention is also to create more structure in what I'm doing as well, and more clarity with all my projects that I have, because they're like I have a lot in many directions, so I need to structure them as well. How am I feeling about the collective? Like I feel amazing. Like the energy that I receive from the collective is amazing. At the same time, as we were talking about, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I think we should find a way to like involve people more in the conversation and in like everything that we're doing, to find a way somehow, I don't know, to do that. But yeah, I think we're on the right path. We just need to find something valuable for them to I don't know, to join or to, something easy for them, but at the same time to find value in that thing for them to want to engage and to want to, yeah, involve themselves in the conversation and in chats and so on. And the personal win is that I allowed myself to surrender to my soul, to my mission, and to choose to go back to Romania, even though part of me wanted to stay in Bali still. But I understood that this is the best thing for me right now, so I'm really celebrating it. So yeah, this is about me.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Who will go next? Magoma or Lara?
Yeah, thank you everyone for sharing. It's really hard to I don't know, I'm really having a hard time putting anything into words right now, because I don't really know myself how I'm feeling, because I'm in this, I don't know if you know this, but if you know this feeling, but whenever I am shedding a old version of myself and I'm kind of rebirthing myself, I always have a couple of days where I don't even know who I am. Like, it feels like all of my atoms are, like, every little element is pulled out of my body, and I'm just like a big cloud that is like rearranging itself, and I don't even know where I am or who I am, and it feels really, really scary, like I'm up in the air and with nothing to hold on to, and I, the only thing that really, really helps me is to try to stay grounded and not thinking about being productive, but instead really just getting into a state where I'm able to receive this new version of me and embody her. And yeah, I'm learning to also, like these days, but it's because they are important and they are part of the cycle, but it's really bad. It feels like anxiety attacks, and yeah, it's just really, really bad at the moment, and I'm having a really hard time to even stay grounded and stay in the flow. And just talking about it, I really, if I feel physically sick, like I need to throw up. And yeah, it's a really, really weird feeling, and I'm glad that I have come to work with these cycles, and that I know it's just a currency and not it won't last long, and the better I stay grounded and the better I go with the flow, the less it stays, or but I don't know, so yeah, I'm just really up in the air right now. So that's why I also commented under your video the other day, Nicole, when I saw you there, because I was like, what? Nicole is having these kind of situations, moments too, because of course we all do, but because since you're such a strong woman and you're like organizing all this stuff, and I sometimes feel very and that's my own problem, of course, in that sense, but sometimes I really feel inferior, because I feel, oh my god, she's doing all these things that because I don't even know how to do them yet, and I know that my natural qualities are in some other places, and I know that they are important and that they are good, but they are I have really, really struggled to come into my masculine energy for a very long time. So I'm really also struggling with balancing that out in a different way than I think a lot of other females do, because even us females are so trained to be in the masculine energy, and a lot of women also have a hard time slowing down and you know, getting more into their feminine energy. And I feel like for me, it's really, really hard to get into this active embodiment energy and into this masculine energy. And yeah, so it's definitely something that's being rebirthed right now. But I'm just letting you know, I'm really having a hard time just holding myself together. You know, just that is really, really exhausting for me right now. So yeah, and about the collective, honestly, there's no question about the collective for me. I know this is a big, big part of my life's mission while being here. And knowing that this vision that I've had for so long is actually coming together right now with you guys, it's just the best thing in the world, because I really know that I'm stepping into my mission and that I'm actually, you know, starting to do the work that I came here for to do. So that's really no question to me in my mind. In my mind and soul, there's no question about the collective. I just hope that yeah, you know, since I'm working a little bit differently and I'm wired a little bit differently. I mean, we all are, and we probably think that about ourselves always, anyways. But so because I've had struggles with people not understanding how my brain works, and so people don't for a long time didn't really understand me, and how I'm working and what I'm doing. And so for example, I'm very overwhelmed with all the WhatsApp stuff. I think I said that before. That's really not so much my thing, because I really struggle also with being on the phone a lot. So for me it's because that really, really, really interrupts my whole yeah, that really I have a lot of ADHD symptoms when I'm on the phone. Like I can't focus at all. Like when I'm going to WhatsApp to check the group, I cannot just I don't know. My mind is just going. Then I have my phone in my hands. Then I'm going somewhere else, and then you didn't see it coming, but an hour has passed, and that's really, really actually not really good working for me. But I am in the process of getting also a second phone just for the work stuff, so that so that I just can make sure that these things are a little bit separated so that my brain can handle it better. But also what just came to me when I was in my own workflow, I've been working on different products, because I'm also looking at that. I'm pretty much up in the air right now, because everything I do at the moment is voluntarily, because I don't have anything that pays me anything at the moment. So I'm really also struggling with that, to actually get something out in the world, creating a product and things like that, to actually sustain my living. Oh yeah, we were supposed to hold it short, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's another thing. But so I'm nearly done. Yeah, but what just came through is actually a course that I'm working on, our program, that I think might become a central part of the I Am Her, because actually I the course basically cannot have another name than I Am Her. So basically I thought maybe if once I get the structure out and everything, and know how I want it to look like, I'm gonna get back into communication with you guys and see how we can integrate it, because maybe that could be, for example, once we have this membership and website and everything, that could be, for example, like the main course that we offer to people joining, or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, so I'm also working on that behind the scenes, let's say. Yeah, I just sometimes really feel like yeah, I hope you guys know that I'm still in it, even though I'm not so active in the WhatsApp and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I think actually as you were talking, it just reminded me of like what we talked about in the beginning, but we didn't really get a chance to do is for everyone to actually share their human design in there's a folder on the drive, the Google Drive, um, where I think it would be good for all of us to share our human design so that maybe we can dedicate one of our meetups to actually talking about what is our human design and how we can like get to know our energetic like strengths and weaknesses and complement each other. In the meantime, for example, when I work with my clients, I get them to send me their chart because I like to study their chart so that of course it's not based on everything isn't based on that, but I like to cross-reference it because when we're in such close proximity together, it's really, really helpful to know how we all operate and where we might be operating out of alignment. So some of us here are meant to have more consistency in our workflow than others. And yeah, we can help each other with that. So um, maybe Magoma, would you be able to create a folder in the team meetings Google Drive folder? And then maybe when you have time, share it with everyone. And then we can all do a human design quiz and send it through. But Lara, like that, thank you for sharing vulnerably because that reminds me of that. One, we're also different. We need to understand that we're different. And two, I think there's a gift in everything, just like with Denisa. There is something in each and every one of our journeys as they are happening in real time that the collective is like the soul of the collective and the offering is inviting us to engage with. And it's not this like, it's not the picture of like the perfect, she has it all together woman. It's the one who has unexpected changes, who's struggling with money, who is unable to focus. And I think if we can just like support each other firstly, then we can experience what it's like to have that exactly for ourselves, what it's like to be vulnerable and to be supported and to say, I want to make a difference, but I'm struggling to find out how. And then two, if we can lead from vulnerability with like the women in the actual greater community, showing them like I'm not perfect and showing them I have been in a slump, but this is why I'm here on this like chat. Of course, the structural part of it, I completely hear you because you're not the only one. I think even for me, like the WhatsApp can get overwhelming. That's something that is on the agenda, like I want to discuss today. Because we did have like a girl who's my client. She's like, I really want to be in the collective, but right now the format of it doesn't serve me because she has ADHD. And so she said like it's really hard to even though she knows she doesn't need to check every chat, but she feels she can't not check it if it's a notification. So it showed me like this maybe this is one way that we can respond to what is being presented to us and just like rein in our focus to like what can we do right now that's going to make an impact and how can we actually be effective while we're still building, effective for the women who actually say I want to be there, like I want to participate, I want to be a part of something, but maybe structurally we need some ideas and we need to commit our efforts towards let's actually build that app or let's actually so I totally hear you on that. And I think you're representing that woman and anyone else who feels the same way. And we also want to encourage minimalism. So I think like a platform, when it's messy, it's like we're not structurally, our offer doesn't really align with that value system. It's feeling overwhelming and stressful, and we don't want that experience. So we can definitely ideate on that as well. So Magoma.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say also as a feedback, I also had that feedback from quite a few people that they think it's a great project and that they think it's very valuable, but they won't join at the moment because they have so much on their plate and the format just doesn't fit them with the WhatsApp and everything. So just also for you guys to know, that's also feedback I got from a lot of other people that I talked to, that they are very interested and see the value in what we're doing, but the format that it's just not working for them right now, so they rather stay out of it at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like already like we know that women are so busy. So yeah, I definitely have ideas if we're not like if we are not yet in a position to fully move to an app, but there's like a way that we can structure it so that the people who are doing in-person meetups can have like they're the ones who engage in the meetup chats. But everyone else
Yeah, that makes
pick up
sense.
the general chat. I think that's like the main one that we need to invite everyone to. So maybe separate like micro communities. Because yeah, half of those chats are meetup chats, and that's why there's more activity than really a lot of like 70% of the other people aren't not really applies to. So yeah. Cool. Before we get into structure, Magoma, let's give you a chance to share. We won't leave you behind. Yes, how are you doing?
Uh, can you hear me? Okay. I kind of lost the message that Nicole sent, about what we should share from the chat. So I'm just gonna share what I remember. I'm excited for the new month and the new week generally. I'm feeling very positive and very excited. I recently had a new revelation through Nicole, and I'll share it in the group chat later. But it's making me feel very positive generally, and I'm seeing life from a whole different new perspective, and it's amazing. And then I'm gonna go to I Am Her Collective. Uh, I realized that with I Am Her, I want everything right now. And I realized that's not gonna happen. It's a step by step thing. Today we're gonna create a poster. Tomorrow we're gonna invite more people to, every day, step by step. So from my side, I've been making like gradual steps because we all have this vision. And I also have this vision. It's literally part of me, and I know what we are working for. I just need to get there slowly, baby steps, so that it doesn't get too overwhelming and I don't ideate on the result, the end thing. And then now I start feeling like, oh my God, it's been a whole month and I haven't started doing this. I haven't started receiving this from I Am Her. So yeah, it's a day by day, step by step kind of thing. But I feel like we are all working, towards the same thing, and we're making progress. And yeah, I just want to remind anyone who's been feeling like maybe, we're not there yet, for if you're like me and you just want everything right now, just want to remind us that it's a step by step journey and we'll eventually get there. Yeah.
Thank you, Magoma. I think we all definitely needed that in all the ways. Yeah, and I know that actually this might tie into what we were talking about before this. One of the things that I've been really asking myself is like, what is my role? Just like each and every one of you have a role. And I think for me, I look at it as whenever I have a revelation or like some sort of alignment, synchronicity, that flows into all of you. Like the one that I showed you guys, the card pool, wherein I got this message and I felt that intuitively it connects to the collective. So I will share it. Anyway, when Magoma was saying like, let's really understand that it's step by step by step, I got reminded that for each of us in our gifts, part of our contribution to the collective is actually like stepping into that gift and allowing everything else to be messy. And I think that whatever, like nobody can tell you what's your gift or not your gift, you know, only you really can know that and own that. But a huge revelation that I had on Saturday was I was writing my weight loss journey because I shared somewhere, and I wrote down like in one of my sentences, I'm here. And I just kept saying, I'm here, I'm here. That feels so good to say, like, hey world, I'm here. And it's like I got reborn and now I'm here as her. I'm here as her. And then I was like, oh my God, I am her literally says I am here. And then I was just crying in the car, realizing this. I was like, this movement is about making every woman visible. Because when we see ourselves, then we have this like coming back to self, we're reborn, and we feel like we're really here. And then when we see ourselves, we allow others to see that version of us, and then we can be influential as ourselves. So like, I think that the challenge, I feel the soul invitation of this calling, this collective, is like, it really doesn't matter that it's so messy. It does matter. We're going to do something about it. But really, the women who are here at this point in time, and us being here at this point in time, we're being called to step into our vulnerability. Like, I am here and this is me. This is messy. This is broke. This is whatever, but I'm here. And I'm choosing to be seen here as her, like, so that you can see yourself. Because that, like you said, Lara, if I didn't share my vulnerability, you'd think I'm like some perfect, unattainable person. And then you'd be like, I am hers, like not even real. So I just really think that for us, like, yes, let's work on like our strategy and like really delivering a great experience. However, maybe what we can do at the end of today's call is like, if anyone wants to lead like a meditation or like an integration, maybe we can really step into that. Or if anyone's feeling actually right now we should do it, please share, because I think it starts with us. That's really like what I'm getting right now. It really starts with us, and the delivery methods, and the, just like with Magoma, like the call that we did that was supposed to be an admin call ended up just being a support. Like, we just coached the whole time. And that, I don't know what that breakthrough did for you, but I can tell it's done something. But I feel that strategy comes after that. Implementation, just like, it just happens. Ideas just happen. But I feel that it's like collectively our body is like a bit blocked from, and we just need to regularly like unblock it. So in saying that, does anyone want to add anything?
I also
Yeah,
want to tell,
oh, sorry.
I also wanted to say the same thing, that so many times we used to, nowadays actually we tend to shift this a little, like not sharing just the achievements and just the good things, but allowing ourselves to be vulnerable as well. But I really find this like super, super important, because the other days, like the reason why I'm going to Romania is because I had an accident, like an accident in my business. So I was like, now I need to accept the help from my parents, and like I'm feeling guilty to stay here in Bali and like more. So I just feel to go home, and my parents were like, okay, so we won't tell anyone, like no one is supposed to know this, but like a secret. And then when I was talking to people and I was telling them what's going on, actually, they were like, oh my God, but I've been through the same thing or even worse, and then you realize that, oh my God, yeah, we're all humans, we know, but when we're going through something bad or hard or whatever, we used to contain ourselves or to hide all those things. We don't allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to put it on the table because we are afraid of judgment or whatever are the other people going to think about us. And then when you actually allow yourself to be vulnerable, you see that everyone is like had the same journey at some point, and everyone had like bad stuff in their lives and so on. So I'm like, yeah, definitely, this is one of the things that I found super important, to be vulnerable and to share even the things that don't go well, because this is the reality. And I really think it's important for everyone to know that even if you don't have financial struggles, for example, maybe you have emotional struggles, or I don't know, struggles in other way, because struggles are the ones that are bringing us closer and closer to us. So it's the only way we can go to that enlightenment. It's no other way. We cannot have a perfect life and believe that we're going to be enlightened. No, this is the path with challenges, with struggles, and so on. So it's beautiful. At the end of the day, we need to be grateful for that.
Yeah. And to like, and I think that from my understanding, like that already is life. Like that's already hard. That's what our women are struggling with. But it's like to be able to lead from that place, that's the call on each of you. Like you all, I feel we all bought this on ourselves because we all know we're leaders. We're capable of leading also from that vulnerability. So it's like we got to work with our stuff, and then from there find the courage to lead as well from that place outside of that. So that's really powerful.
Yeah. That's all for me.
Thanks. Lara, sorry, did you
Yeah. Yeah, so actually I feel, yeah, definitely I agree with everything you both said. Beautifully shared, definitely. Because I also for myself feel sometimes like it's so hard to bridge the gap between these two energies that I'm in, you know, because I feel like I'm halfway there with like I've established my vision about myself, you know. I know where I'm going. I definitely know where I'm going. And then on the other hand, there's this part of me that still, you know, like right now I have so many things coming up from not just from my old life a few weeks ago, and the last version that I'm shedding right now. But just stuff coming up, feeling like I'm versions of myself that I haven't been in years, you know, like the teenager that has been bullied, you know, like the teenager that the child that didn't understand why her parents left her at the kindergarten when she was so unhappy there, and that felt so abandoned, you know. Like, so there are so many things coming up for me right now, and I feel like that's also a big part, you know. We are multidimensional beings. We are not just one version of ourselves. We are so many different versions, and some, not just the versions that we have been, but also the potential that we have and that we hold. And I feel that's a big part of actually making it happen, is to integrate all these parts together, you know, not have all these different versions of yourself out there being all split up in the world. And some people see you as this great big leader and like in inspiration, and like I have friends that think I'm so strong and that everything I put my mind to, I just make it happen, and they are so inspired by that. And then I have and had a lot of friends that, like, I've not, let's not say lost, but I'm not in contact with a lot of my friends. For me, they are still friends, but it's just not in alignment right now. And especially friends that I had from my childhood, you know, that tried to keep me in the version that they knew of me because it was easier to handle for them. And so they didn't really want to release me from that version that they had of me. So our paths separated, but there's still this version of me out there, you know. I sometimes still feel like this version that these people see in me. And sometimes I feel like I'm trying to hold up this version that I want to be and present it to everybody, but not everybody. It's not just that they cannot see it yet, but it's also that they do see some really real aspects about myself that are not fitting in this new version of myself, but that are still present through the habits that I have, through the whatever. And so I kind of feel like I'm split up in all these different versions where I'm trying to navigate my relationships and where I want to go, you know. So it's really of value for me to have a place where I can feel open to also share this vulnerable side and this, all of the other stuff, because just having a place where I don't have to split myself up, you know, is of so much value. And knowing that I'm still being seen as a powerful woman, as a powerful leader, as you know, also seen with all the qualities that I have, or where I want to go, even though I'm sharing these other vulnerable parts about myself that I feel are more attached to old versions of me. That's yeah, down to the word, that's really wholesome to have a place where I can be like that.
Yeah.
So thank you for establishing that together.
Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Like, this is, I think we can all collectively probably feel what's the energy right now. But I was typing in the chat, our solution to the collective is found within our struggle. Like, we are struggling with this, and that's why we use, like, if we could create the community that we need right now, that's our solution. A community that's like not overwhelming, but like is warm, and like what do I need right now, and what does that look like? What is it asking of me to be vulnerable in order to receive? Because how can we be supported if we're not vulnerable? How can people know how to support us if we're not vulnerable? And then also, like, how can we expect women to rise up in their power when the only image of power they have is like the perfect, has it all together? And I totally feel this too. So I thought of a challenge, guys. We can all do a vulnerability share. And whether it's on WhatsApp or on Instagram, I think this will be a way for us to give voice to what we're feeling, but to lead the feminine way. Like, this kind of, we're not telling people what to do. We're just like, this is us. This is me. I'm here. This is what I intend to do. This is what I struggle with. And maybe, like, I had this image pop up in my head of like, you know, when there's a movement and there's an they have like a color that they change their profile photos to, but something like that. But instead of the color, it could be like, we just have I am here, and then we put that on top of the picture or like somewhere on the picture, and then we just have a hashtag, and then maybe we can share it wherever you feel called to, but it's just a declaration. And it's also, I think it's going to shift something in the energy of like what this collective is actually about. Because I think that, yes, structurally we could do like better with an onboarding, like expectations and stuff. But I think right now, if we can just keep it raw and real, that's all people are really looking for. Like, they don't know that there's there's no welcome email. They don't know that there's no onboarding process. Like, they don't know any of that. They just know they're a woman and they struggle. So the only thing they will relate to is the vulnerability. And so I wonder if that feels aligned to you to do, if I'll create the first and show you guys, and then I'll like tag you, and then maybe we could do like a tagging circle of like, your turn next to share your story.
Yeah, that's also like a strategy on Instagram, I think, right? So like with the ice bucket challenge and everything, that you just nominate someone to do the
Yeah.
same. So we could also do that, so that everyone nominates 3 people
Yeah.
for this. Yeah, let's just call it a vulnerability challenge. I love that idea. That's great. Thank you, Nicole.
We're supported. Well, yeah, I mean that I think that's a great it's a great action point and accountability point for all of us. And on that note, like I guess that brings us down to the conversation of like how do we hold that space in the community. Here's what the current like what I'm currently noticing is with our meetup groups and the activity there, like I said, I think we can probably slowly create a separate, like I Am Her Collective Sydney in a separate community. A whole
Yeah.
yeah. And then the say like the main community is just I Am Her General, I Am Her Soul Chats, I Am Her, like just our main mind, body, soul, and then the general chat. So then if Kenya is going to do a similar thing, like meetups, like online workshops, like it has its own WhatsApp community. What I was thinking for the app, like I set up a net one on Mighty. I just haven't really I haven't explored it, but I was just experimenting with the platform. And basically there is a video that I've screen recorded. Basically, I'm thinking we can put out invitation to X amount of people who can do a trial for us on this platform. And from there, we can like improve it, like what will include, how it will work. And then we can begin to roll out like a membership and ask, like we can figure that out, how we can ask and the value differences between like staying in the WhatsApp general versus the Mighty, like the network app. But I think the best place would be for us to start first before we even ask anyone else. So like that's not really answering the how can we build a community with regular conversation, but I think structural wise, that's what my train of thought is for making it less overwhelming on like the general chat, the general community. Does anyone have thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's also a good idea with a trial, definitely. I was wondering maybe we can also do a meetup just for the app, so that we can just do all some brainstorming together about what yeah, like what's the, because I know that you have been working on it with, I think with Han, is that right?
The app
Or with
it's not built. It's just like a platform, and then we can build a community on the platform.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so
So it's not
I
our
don't
own app.
really know where we are at with that at the
Yeah.
moment at all. So that would be also be great if we got an update, like so that
How it
we
looks.
know
Yeah.
what's happening basically,
Yeah.
and also how we can support the process as well. So I'm not really good with the technical stuff, but I normally have quite a few good ideas about design stuff and about yeah, like individual stuff. So I would love to also bring myself in on that. And maybe we can have like a call especially for the app, and especially maybe also for the website, so that we can just share about the vision that we have for it and how it all comes together. That would be great if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We can wait, maybe if I share, actually let's brainstorm. Wait, let me show you this and then let's brainstorm ways to support the community. And then I'll add a call, like a separate call for yeah, like app and website inclusions and things. I think we're gonna need like we're gonna need some calls where maybe we dedicate it towards like building things together, like side by side, so we can just all be here working on things.
That would be super great. Yeah.
Yeah, so then we can all like help with it. But this is, I did a screen recording of what it's like in the actual thing. So like this is the feed page. This is an example, like someone's website, someone's community is called SoulSync. And then there's a chat feature where you can directly chat with people and members. And then there is a there's a notifications bar. There's where it says meditation. I think they can buy extra plans, but inside like the side here, you can see like this community SoulSync has like mind, body, soul as well. And inside they have recipes, they have like downloadables, and this is an app. So like for this group, it's free, right? But then there's a paid tier, and then you can add another tier on top. And because we don't have to pay anything to use this app, I think like with the free platform, I don't know if you start charging, if it will, but like it's quite versatile. It does the poll feature as well. I'm just trying to differentiate though, like because currently WhatsApp is accessible for meetups and planning meetups. It's been effective for that. It's like a good thing we can trial, and maybe we can treat this like it's the, what do you call that? Like we can treat it like it's a portal, but also maybe we can sample it on the basis of if we were to have a paid membership. Because what do you guys think in terms of like, if you were to invite someone to the community and we didn't have the WhatsApp anymore, like it was just all on this app, do you think it's a barrier of entry to have them download an app to access the community? Or do you feel that it's like, it's fine, like that wouldn't be a barrier of entry?
Yeah, I think it's a little, weird, because it's super easy for everyone to just join a group on WhatsApp. At the same time, it's overwhelming for them with all the messages that they receive from all the platforms on WhatsApp. But at the same time, it's like difficult for them to download. I mean, it requires more effort, let's say, to do that. But at the same time, if they have valuable offer from us or a valuable reason to do that, I think they will do it. I mean, it's, I think it's just the way you communicate it.
Yeah, I had an idea. Like, you know how there's a mind, body, soul level? The body is like the meetups, like most of the like events we're doing meetups. That's the functional aspect of WhatsApp. What if like we do it like we're doing now, but then whenever there is a workshop, like so like when you do your meditation ones, if we run any workshops, they're all housed in this app. Because then like when you think customer journey, like the free WhatsApp is just like quick, like value, like one chat. And then like from there, if they're really like enjoying the experience and they want to attend something, they like go deeper into the funnel, and actually like that would make sense because they would have more inclination to go to the effort to download an app. And like from that place, we can get their email and whatever, like, because in the front end, like Bali Anecdotes, the chat is so good because it's just like you just join on your mobile phone and it's easy access. You can ask a question, but it's not like depth, like you don't get as much depth. So maybe we can sample the strategy of like, we just move we move all the Sydney meetups out, and then we just keep the general chat. And maybe we can, for the Soul Chats community, we can keep it there, but we can introduce all of like these, the replays, the access to the meditations. We can introduce the app to them as like the next part of their journey. Because I guess that's where we want them to potentially go. Like if anyone in their journey wants to go into a workshop, whether it's a confidence workshop or a mindset one, I think that's a good indication that they're willing to maybe take the next step. That's what I am thinking to try.
Yeah. And also I think it's very true that it depends on the value that we present on the app, you know. So if we have a lot of value on the app, I think it's actually way more accessible for people than maybe not more accessible, because obviously WhatsApp is just like join the group click, but I think it makes more sense for people to have the app if there's actually value on the app, and then, you know, if because most meetups at the moment happen in Sydney with you, so most people that are in Hamburg, for example, at the moment, like as I said, I have a few friends that said, oh, I think that's very valuable, but I have so much going on right now, and it's just overwhelming. But at the same time, you know, everyone is scrolling through Instagram and stuff like that. So if we would have an app that is actually interesting and of value, I think people would definitely spend time there. And also I think maybe, for example, when we do the workshops, the online workshops and meditations and stuff like that, it doesn't all have to go through the app. I mean, I think Zoom is actually quite good because everyone already has it. And
maybe
everyone knows how it works. So we could have, for example, those workshops, and obviously we promote them through all the platforms we have. So Instagram, WhatsApp, the app itself, and then also the newsletter. And then people can join that one without even having the app. So just being a member, and or maybe not even having to be a member. We also need to, I think we should also definitely schedule a call about how we want to do the membership stuff, like how we want to build that, not just when, but like what's the system like. Because for me, for example, I think we should definitely still have like a zero cost membership that is just like also part of the funnel, you know, that you can just be a part of it. But if you want to have access to the greater things, you will have to actually also put something in. For example, you know, maybe pay something, or pay something for a membership, or pay something for the course or whatever, and download the app or things like that, whatever. But you know that there's a value exchange. But that it's still very accessible for everyone, so that it's not like, oh my god, another paid membership. I'm not even gonna, you know, look more deeply into it. So I think it's important that we do have a low level entry, but still, you know, but that I think that we should have a whole call probably on that as well.
Okay. Noted. I think what we can implement right now is we can move out the Sydney chats. We can encourage more vulnerability with what we said, like all of us just actively making a community that we want and need from just the conversations within the general chat. And then from there, because with meetings, I like for everyone to have like some sort of assignment of like what they're coming to the meeting with, and then we share and then brainstorm, because it just saves everyone time as well, like being on the long meetings, because we want like fresh energy and efficient like conversation. So what I think is I can send out like a invitation for this brainstorm for how we can do membership, that everyone can do like the prior research on like the app. Like I'll invite you all to join the one that I set up, just play with it, see what you like and don't like, and then we come in and then we go for it, so that there's it's efficient. And then in the rollout process of how we will do like say like Sydney moving on to its own community, we can just like inform them like, here's what our next steps are, here's why we're doing this, just so people, if it's too much activity, they can know that there's a good intention, and they can maybe just like subscribe to our email list just to be notified when it's all like set up, in case they just don't want to be like, you know. So we can set that up in the back end, So yeah, I'll put that on the action points for the next ones. And I'm still I think the one request I would have is like if everyone can make a sort of like reminder for yourself to do like the, you know how we have the weekly, I don't want to call it schedule, but it's like an like Monday motivation, Wednesday wins, Fridays like gratitude, and Sundays intentions. So if you haven't seen me post it on the and it's on that day, you can just like jump in and do it as well. So everyone can see there's like active leadership here, because I think everyone's familiar with my name now. And I don't know if they know you guys. And so not that they have to, but it would be if you feel like, okay, this is like today's Monday and I don't see any motivation posts yet, then like I'll jump in. But of course, I understand everyone's busy. It's just having the awareness, like to share that load when you see it and when you're there yourself. Outside of that, I think that's all really like next time we'll do our meetings like maybe 90 minutes. I'm just mindful that today's meeting I only called for like 60 minutes, but I would love for the next meeting we can start to discuss like what has improved from what we've tried this week. So that's like with the intention of we're going to go out, we're going to do our vulnerability shares, and we're going to try engage more intentionally with the community. And then that way we have something to go off in the next call. So we can take our own data and share on it. Yes, Han.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking because you were posting about, your bio and then filming yourself waving at the camera. Are we still doing those things? And is there an example of how we can write a bio?
Oh, yes. So I have mine on my, it's not the shortest bio, but I was actually going to ask Magoma, like, because Magoma, there's a lot of bios in the Generation Women community. If we could create like a document with a template of like a bio, and then we can just I'll paste mine on there, and then everyone can like model off of like a template, even if you chat GPT like a good recommended outline. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
your
how
head
do you want
up,
us
make
to
sure you
wave at the camera? Was it like a selfie?
Yeah, honestly, whatever way depicts your personality. Like, I wanted to do content that just shows the team. So I think Magoma, you did one, right? You just put the camera down.
Yeah. So actually, on the bios, if you go to the folder, there's a folder that I created and I added all of your emails. But I think Clara, you said you have another email you'd prefer we used. I
Yeah,
can't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't answer you yet in the chat. I just saw your messages. I will do after the call.
Okay. So if you go to the folder, you'll see that I have added my bio. It's not very long, it's not very short, but I think it can give you like an idea of what to write. And yeah, the video is just simply, it's like a few seconds video of just you waving to the camera and smiling. Nicole said you can dance if that's your thing. So basically just a collection of our authenticity, like us in our natural, being. Yeah, I'm already envisioning the whole video and I'm already loving it. So if you need help to like upload the videos, you can just send to my WhatsApp, then I'll upload them.
Yeah.
Super
And
easy.
also,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
folder was it in? Sorry, because there's so many that I'm not sure which one.
In the
Is it
Okay.
Trailblazers. So we're like Trailblazers, and we just put,
Trailblazers?
yeah, and then there's one called Trailblazers, one called Bios, and then I think
Okay.
Trailblazers videos. Yeah,
That's how you say trailblazers. I always thought in my head it's tribalizers. And I was like, never heard that word.
oh my god. That sounds so like like colonizing
That sounds like colonization.
masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds so bad. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm
Trailblazers. Oh, now I get it.
reminded.
That's really cool.
We also created a folder. Um,
Sure.
it's like basically it's called the process images dump. I don't know if we can rename that so it sounds more like, but basically we just want to like anything that is related to I am her and your journey with the collective, like you did a card pull and oh my gosh, it says like be that woman, like whatever is in your journey in a linear way, we just want to document it so we can have like a storyline. And then one day I think those images will be very powerful to show like how each of us came into the story. And if you can like drop it in that folder, it's also in the Trailblazers channel, I mean drive. And yeah, just drop things and just label like for reference. If it's a photo of your journal entry, just write like journal entry of when I realized why I'm meant to be a part of the leadership team of collective, just and then label it with your name just so we know. And then when I'm doing like presentations in the future, it'll be good to have everyone's like images in there and whatnot, tell everyone's stories. Yeah, so other action points, like does anyone have any other questions for like any of that currently? Oh yeah, we talked about the newsletter last time. I feel that it's too early to do a newsletter. That's why I haven't acted on it, but we're setting it up. We're setting up the structure of like Magoma's doing a Word document and then we'll just fill that in with our columns for mind, body, soul. But I feel that at least like until we get our bearings on the WhatsApp and adding value where our community currently is, I think it'll be a lot to try to add value on another platform where there's not yet too many people. We don't have too many people's emails yet. So I think we'll set it up. However, let's focus our energy and our intention on being the actual collective, like us providing the collective experience ourselves. And then let's work on newsletter things probably once we build the app concept so that it can be like we collect emails and then there's a newsletter and an update of what's happening. But yeah, I will start the WhatsApp rollovers this week. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. And then next week we'll do a longer call for all of the app stuff, membership stuff.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's do that.
Yay. Any final words, everyone? Encouragements, feelings, anything?
Thank you, Nicole, for holding the space for us, to be honest. I think the beginning is always the hardest and it needs like 110% effort to create or build something. And having you as a leader, I'm really grateful. And the team as well. Thank you so much, because it's the first time I've known you guys, and it's amazing how it's all over the world. It's not just Australia, and how we come like here and now to, commit and build this thing. Yeah, amazed me really much.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I'm always encouraged, like, just in your own little ways, like you teach me so much as well. And it's things that you don't even know you're doing. Yeah, I can't even say an example, but it's just like I have random reminders of like, oh yeah, like we're not just supposed to be in our doing. Or when Magoma and I were having our call, it's just like I'm reminded that in Kenya there's this isn't a regular part of the narrative. Like women don't know what self-development is. Women don't know there's a way that you can dissociate from your past and your thoughts and your beliefs. Like I'm reminded of that because we're global, and things like the women in Kenya, they're all starting to talk about like the current problems happening, and it's like sanitation issues, like leadership, discrimination. And here in the West, like there's no such thing as that. Like we don't have an issue with like feminine hygiene, not as much, right? So for me to be reminded, like this is actually like when Goma hosts her first meetup, that means that we have broken ground like somewhere else, you know, and we have the movement has become like materialized. So I really just encourage everyone, like share your wins, share your intentions, share whatever like goals you feel, because we're not here for long on earth. So you know, like you have the influence, you have the women here, and they may not all be responding, but like I'm sure they're listening. And now's like our time to sort of just be vulnerable and be real, and also be effective while we do that. So
Yeah, and what I also just thought is when you said when you were sharing about your experience when you realized I am here, giving women visibility. Not just that, but what came to my mind was also that you know, since I was struggling with ADHD for a very long time before I even got the diagnosis, and even now I gotta say I don't think it's something, it's a box to put yourself in. But so I always had real big problems with actually being focused and being in the moment, and it's still like that. It's like a real journey where I realize, oh my, I'm learning to actually put my focus into something. But anyway, so I was on a women's retreat a few years ago, and I was really struggling with even feeling alive, you know. And I had the feeling like I never really knew what it felt like to be alive. Then we had this oracle exercise, and I went to one of the other women, and I asked her, how does it feel to be fully alive? And she took a few seconds, and then she said, be here now. And that stuck with me so much, because it's the truth, you know. You can only be alive when you are in the moment, and only this moment is the moment that we have actual power to change something, because you know, yesterday is gone, tomorrow may never come. So this moment is the only moment that is actually promised, that is actually the moment where we can change something. So leading women into the I am here is not just giving them visibility, but is also to lead them into their power, because you know, here in this moment is where we have our power, where we own our power. So if we are leading other women to the moment of here and now, we are leading other women into their power. And so that was also something that really came up when you shared that, and that I also wanted to share in the final words. So yeah, thank you for that.
love it. So good. So good. Yeah, let's use it as fuel. And I guess to end, like I'm reminded that we are our nature in the tribe of humanity is like when the men go out to hunt, we stay back and we nurture. But the society would collapse if we weren't nurturing. You know, the society would collapse if we weren't birthing, if we weren't creative, and if we weren't intuitive, because we have all of these gifts that we can't access if we're lying to ourselves, or if we're trying to be like some other way that we're not. So I really think that this is a personal call from our own, like the soul of this collective. It's a personal call for each of us to just whatever you need to do, like meditate, integrate, like dance, just let it be like kind of a commitment ceremony for you to really come into this, like, I'm here and I'm choosing to lead. If we were in person, I would love to host like an I am here ceremony, but I guess we can just do our own and share it. And I don't know, like it gets to be really powerful and really be like unique. And we don't have to do much. We don't have to go out and hunt and like we really don't. It doesn't matter if the structure is messy. The society doesn't collapse when we don't have like all these things like developments. It's the society collapses when we are not like being women, you know? So let's just like own that and lead from that intuitively.
And also, I also had another really impressive thought the other day, which was, there's we always look at strength from this masculine perspective, to being strong means to overcome something or to overpower someone or whatever. And I was thinking, okay, so what's the resembling feminine energy? And I believe that where the masculine has the strength to overcome something, I believe the strength of the feminine is to be able to let something go. And so I think that's how we can also actually, step into our power to learn to overcome things, but also to actually learn how to actually let things go. And the combination of both, I think, is really giving us a lot of strength. And so yeah, that's
It's so good. I was just like taking notes. So I'll send this to everyone, but we can all like do this and put our photos underneath it. I don't know how. Maybe I just have to make this transparent or something. So it's a sticker. Maybe I can make stickers.
Yeah, actually, also that's what I also wanted
I think I can do that, and then you can layer on top of the images.
Yeah, and I wanted to also good that you say that, because I also wanted to mention something. So I'm working on my own projects at the moment and trying to figure out how to get some passive income and stuff like that. And I'm really interested into the print on demand at the moment. So I was thinking it would also be really cool if we had an I Am Her online store where you can print on demand merch,
Yes, I love that.
And so that we can, even if we have like bigger events or something like that, so that we can even also maybe sell the merch there, or so whatever. But also, of course, the stickers would fit into that as well. So that might also be a way to finance the project, maybe even a little bit.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, let us know. Set up a chat with me once you have like I guess an idea how you'll do it, and then maybe we can sample it for like one of our events here in Sydney. We can do some prints and whatnot.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Logistics.
Yeah, I'm just figuring out how to set up a store and everything. And yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, very cool. And also
oh, sorry.
No, I just wanted to say also about the online course. Like, I have so much projects at the moment that I don't know, my brain is just working like that. One day it's in this flow, one day it's in this flow, and it's all kind of interacting with each other. And I'm kind of learning along the way, but it feels like I have 10 projects at the same time now, and they're all like in the birthing stage. So I feel like I'm gonna be a mom of 10 within one birthing process,
Yeah, you know what? I totally get that. I've been reading a book on creativity and how it's actually very healthy to have multiple projects at once. And I always struggled with it because I'm like, you're told not to multitask, but I've been finding a flow with it because I've been building a program to teach women, like to teach business women to get things done, but not suppress their creativity. And I realized like it's not about like just doing one thing. It's more like having effective buckets that catch your ideas, and then
Yeah.
having workflows that support, like, you feel energy for that project, like go, because it really matters your
Exactly.
energy level for the project. It really matters when you're really present with it. So
Yeah.
I think, and then it's like when you can have this rotation of like visit that idea and then that idea, it actually creates like this like very flowy motion rather than stop start.
Yeah.
And life is about cycle. So there's this recurring cycle all the time for everything, and it's not about stopping any of the movements. It's just about learning to like have like I guess buckets for them to be made effective. But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that.
Beautifully said. Yeah.
Okay, I have to figure out if anyone knows. I have to figure out how to create this just a blank sticker that we can layer over our photos. Because I don't have premium, like Canva premium. So I'll find out. But if anyone has any suggestions for how to do a transparent sticker thing from Canva, please let me know, and then we can start our
I
movement.
think, do you need premium to do it on Canva?
To do the sticker format, like to make it like transparent background.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because I'm not sure because I haven't done it myself yet, but I watched a few videos on Canva the last few days, and
yeah. See,
and transparent background. I see.
yeah, but I think
'Cause-
I'll check on Tanya's team because I'm on Tanya's team and I think she might be on the like premium account. It might let me, but if not, yeah, I'm just thinking like if I give everyone a sticker like that they can copy paste over their image. You just need like an image editing app to do that, and then or actually maybe there's a web app that helps us do that where it applies the sticker on top of your image. Yeah, anyway, if anyone finds anything, please send it to me, but I'll look into it.
With Canva, it's Pro. I think I have a
You have
membership.
Pro?
Yeah, I have Pro. If you
Okay.
want to use that,
Maybe I'll share this design with you,
yeah.
or do you need to create a design and then add me?
I'm not too sure. Um,
Okay, wait, let me share it with you and then try to generate the transparent background image from it.
Yeah.
And let's see.
With my other email though is
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it, Han?
it's HANN
Mm-hmm.
VU 118@gmail.com.
Okay, amazing. And then see how you go. And then if you manage to generate it, you can just
Mhm.
drop it in the like Google Drive and on the marketing one. And then yeah, I'll trial it. I'll do the first one. Hopefully it works. Fingers crossed.
I just had another idea, like about combining these two things, maybe also with what we spoke about before with this vulnerability challenge. How about we just maybe we can even just start with that everyone of the core team is kind of introducing themselves with this photo and the I am here sticker on top.
Yeah.
And then we post it on our own Instagram, but in collaboration with the I am her.
Yes,
so that we
that's
basically
exactly-
have
yeah.
all of our like that we have like all the core people definitely on the website, so that people can kind of get a picture of who are we even, like
Yeah.
who is behind all of this, and
I'll
then
write
they can also
instructions,
find.
maybe.
Pardon?
I can write instructions like with the how to like
Yeah.
invite as like a collaborator. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that would be great. So then we could maybe say like until the end of next week, because maybe at the end of this week. I don't know. It's Monday,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it'll
So
be
maybe at the end of
tagging
this week.
anyway. We'll just tag each other.
Yeah.
So there's no
Yeah,
rush.
so
It
we
can be
could-
like all year.
Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, no, just because of my, ADHD brain, I always
It's
need like
fine.
a deadline so that anything works for me.
Yeah, like how about it's like
Um,
the challenge is once I tag you, you have to do it within like 7 days, and then
oh
you
yeah, yeah,
tag the
that's
next
good.
person.
Oh
So
yeah, we
you
also
can
had the
start with
tagging
us,
part. Yeah,
and then
great.
we tag our
Mhm.
friends or
Okay,
something.
so but do you think we should mix it? So do you think like this vulnerability challenge, because that would be something where we can also, get other people into the boat, and
Yeah, yeah.
also
Maybe it's like
and
tag a friend and then tag you like one of us. Like tag 3 people and then maybe like everyone can just
yeah,
tag
but I just
whoever.
thought that thing might be a different thing than the like the introduction of the team, on Instagram.
Oh
That
yeah.
would be a different thing, like the I am maybe the I am here. I love it for both, for
Yeah.
the introduction and also for the vulnerability thing. But maybe we could just do like an introduction. Maybe we can even all um create a short reel about who we are and what we're doing, so that we have a reel on all of us.
Yeah.
And then we have like an intro and an outro of a few seconds that is the
I am
same
her.
in the
Yeah,
video, so
okay.
that it's connected to the I am her, so that it's
Okay.
like a
I
little
like that.
series, like,
I will
because
design
also
that.
as far as I know from all the content research I've done so far, this series also work well, that people can like get into something that
Mm,
has like a similar mood. So yeah, I think
okay.
that would be great. Yeah.
Let me brainstorm on that one, some ideas on a series and that can introduce the team. For now, maybe just start with like add your bio, add your headshot so we can update the website and we can still release those images with the logo if we do. And then we can do a marketing like campaign, like a Reels one where we can do a series of like I'm Magoma and I'm in Kenya and come with me to a meetup with I'm her. And then you just like
Yeah.
add me to the reel. I'll create an outro that you can stitch to the end of your video. So then everyone has the same call to action. Like, but I have to use the footage that we have right now from I am her. So like, I don't have much, but it's mainly like if we can all wave to camera, add that file to the drive, and I can take some videos of like our calls so people can see it's virtual. And then the meetup ones that I have, I'll do like a quick like burst and then the join the I am her collective.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
fun.
great. I
We
love
can
that.
talk about that in detail maybe next meeting. I'll plan for that one.
Yeah. Should
Great
we
ideas.
maybe discuss like a date for the next meetup? Not
I have it as every
the
week.
Monday regularly, not the
Oh, yeah,
Monday regularly, but like for
remember.
the app, like the other stuff that we wanted to talk about, like a separate meeting.
I guess we probably can vote on, let me think. App marketing. I think we can do it as priority, like the only topic for next week, because we don't have anything urgent other than like that for next week. So we can make that the
Yeah.
most made up call. I'll extend it so it's a 90-minute call. I mean, we technically went 90 minutes anyway. I think like we end up doing 2 hours on these meetings. So I'm just mindful that it's like a long time, but I will do it so that's 90 minutes, one agenda, one main focus. And then if we need a backup, like a secondary meeting, we can always do a vote at the end of like that call to say if it's urgent, like, or if it can wait till the next meeting. And then for the marketing campaign stuff, that will take like 5 minutes to explain, probably. Like, I'll just do an example myself and then I can show you guys. It shouldn't be too bad. Is
Because
that
I
okay?
feel like yeah, well, I think it would, I mean, I don't know how much time you guys have, because you are probably busier in your day-to-day work life than I am, because I can basically very freely arrange everything at the moment. But honestly, I think it would be great to have this Monday meeting just as a check-up, and actually, because we will definitely, even if we say we don't have anything else on the agenda, this is the main thing. I feel like this Monday meetings are like the organizational spaces for what we're doing, and so maybe just keep the Monday meetings and
Like a checkup.
keep them in around an hour, so that around an hour, and then add additional meetings for the topics that we have, because we do discuss a little bit of everything in this one, which is very valuable because we get like an overview, but also
Yeah,
that
okay.
means we are making this meeting longer than it would actually have to be, because we are doing like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, when we could just go through it like, okay, we have this and this and that that's coming up that we need to discuss. Let's schedule a call for this one so that we can do a deep dive on this one there, and that we have like a regular the Monday meeting as a regular occurrence, to just stay on track with everything that's going on. And then maybe we can even do this one a little bit shorter, and when we have the additional ones,
Yeah. Okay. I think we can probably find out who's going to be on what project. Like if you're happy to begin, like if you're happy to coordinate the app related, like the member app sort of experience, like the meeting for that, just like get when everyone's available, and then we can set up the meeting from the calendar as normal, but just coordinating it, because yeah, like speaking for myself, that is the Mondays time that we do, I am happy to do like team, yeah, organizational operational stuff, but I do think that discussing like specific topics, it would be beneficial to have a separate call. I just have like my evenings are pretty full, so if we're finding
sure.
time together, it has to be like in advance, like say 2 weeks notice, so then everyone, if we're going to have 2 meetings in 1 week for I Am Her, then it, keeping in mind Denisa does weekly meditation, I have training with Megoma, so just finding like a good window to lock in a secondary call by finding that. But I do agree, I like the idea of a focus call instead of like more of a strategy one. So yeah, we can find a consensus, like if anyone has time for the rest of this week, we can find with that. If not, we can maybe do like 2 calls next week, one for the Monday and then another one for later in the week. I think I just have one day free for that one, like Wednesday maybe. But yeah,
I'm flexible. Maybe let's just post it into the WhatsApp chat and see how everyone feels comfortable, either either for this week or for the next week. I'm open for both.
Cool. All right, everyone, all good? Thank you for staying on. Han, let us know on WhatsApp how you go with the sticker. But yeah, if there's no luck, I'll keep trying as well somehow.
Yeah. I mean, I can give you access to it if like.
Did it let you give me access, or is it?
I think it let. I don't know.
All good. Yeah, I'll check. I'll message you privately.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
Okay.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.